Well, if you've been watching since the beginning of this channel, you've known that I've covered Bungie a lot, and it hasn't exactly been because of good things. I don't even know how many times I've counted that the leadership of this company has been some of the biggest screw-ups I've ever seen in gaming. And it's extremely sad that we have to keep covering how bad the leadership is at Bungie. Bungie is well known for their IPs like Halo, Destiny, and now coming up Marathon, which is a live service game that they're hoping does really well. And while there were some controversies with Marathon, kinda since it launched its beta alongside another alpha game, which is Arc Raiders, and in comparison, Arc Raiders is basically the same game as Marathon, only better, well refined, and also, most of all, not in first person. At least in my preference, it's like I would prefer it to not be first person, but that's a bias that I have. You see, the thing about your game being a certain way when it's this early in development, if people don't like certain aspects of it, there's still time for you to change it. Maybe not the first person mode, but maybe not have PvP, which the studio really didn't want to do. It wanted it to be more of a PvE game, sort of like Helldivers, but because of bullying and because of higher leadership, that is not the case of what we're going to get. And if it weren't bad enough that Bungie's entire crew that are working on this didn't really seem too enthusiastic, but we're still giving it their all to try something new in Bungie, and which is okay. It's good to try new things. But on top of all the bad leadership we've had from Bungie, and that's not even covering Destiny 2's controversy, like now they have been caught for plagiarism. And it's not like, oh yeah, there's a few things here and there that like they took and they put posters around the world, and it's like, no, this is a full aesthetic plagiarism that they took from somebody that is a person that can barely afford to feed themselves. And we called them out on Twitter, on X, and saying that like, oh yeah, you stole my shit, like you stole what I made. And it's like, Bungie is a company that is more than capable, or at the very least, hiring her as an art director. The fact that this isn't the first time, there's 3 other incidents or 4 other incidents of Bungie doing this within the last year of 2024. So needless to say, the morale at Bungie Studios isn't very good because of the fact that like, yeah, like they literally have been working on a game that now has controversy, and you are trying to not make a Concord mistake where the controversy literally kills your game, and because you didn't make the right adjustments that you've already been telling your leadership that you have to make. You see, the thing with Bungie is that they don't really make bad games. They've made really good games. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 were really good games. The Halo games that they worked on are really good games. But at the same time, it's like, and it's obvious that there's talented people that make great games at that studio. The problem has always been the leadership at Bungie. The leadership at Bungie has consistently overlooked these kinds of things and makes some of the worst decisions in gaming when it comes to their live service games that people love playing, but at the same time nickel and dime them, or overpromise and underdeliver, or plagiarize somebody's work that you could have easily paid. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna be too long until PlayStation completely guts the leadership and probably takes over. PlayStation was originally going to have little to do and to tell them how to do their business, because Bungie is supposed to be this business that knows how to run itself. And after the 2 mishaps with Activision and with other companies that they've broken away from, like originally Xbox, I think PlayStation saw, or Sony saw that trend and was like, okay, like your finances, first of all, they're gonna look at your finances and they see exactly the patterns that they're doing. And Sony isn't this company that was just been around for a couple of years. They know this business better than anybody. They are the leading industry. They sell the most software. They make the most money. So they saw that and made them to the point to where, like, yeah, you guys have to meet certain standards, like, in order for you to keep your leadership. So much so that they made those implications, and now because they haven't lived up to those standards, PlayStation not only has a seat to the board, but also will have another seat if they don't meet those standards, which they haven't. And the reason why they put that there is because PlayStation wanted to take control in the first place, just in case something went wrong, because it's obvious that the leadership is the issue with this company. The company has talented people that know what they're doing, that make great games, that people love, and as long as they're being true to what they want to do and how they want to charge their consumers. The talent at the studio has made great games despite Bungie's leadership, and I think that a lot of people who like the Destiny games, who were kind of looking forward to the marathon game and like the aesthetic, is like, bro, like, how can you mess up this badly? And how is it not a question that your leadership isn't in question? The obvious thing to do is to fire everybody in leadership that's not PlayStation. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Bungie's gonna compensate this poor girl who can't even afford to feed herself? Do you think that Sony is gonna claim house with its leadership? Honestly, I say there's like a 90% chance that PlayStation takes full control, and if they haven't already, I think they already have, to be honest with you. So, like, let me know what you think in the comment section, and remember, you're pretty good.